We go that gun violence in America is really becoming a real issue, but being from where we from, it's been an issue.
A huge issue.
It ain't just became an issue because a school got shot up. I mean, not to downplay them at all, that's definitely terrible, but it's been an issue, and every hood in America gonna tell you, everybody from the hood gonna tell you, this issue ain't just start last week, it's been started.
How old were you when you first got like your hands on a weapon, bro?
9 years old.
9 years old. I think I was 12.
And at that same age, at 9 years old, that's when I seen somebody get shot right in front of me, out there in Myrtle, in Jacksonville, Florida, on the north side. You know what I'm saying?
Jacksonville is a huge crime rate. This is why we want to talk about what the issues is going on right now in America and stuff. Because there are a lot of major issues right now in America that need a lot of attention. But we want to bring the issue to this one because we want to know how you think we could prevent gun violence, because it's so many guns on the streets.
Ridiculous.
And we know Buddy went and purchased one because he turned 18, so he was legally allowed to go own a weapon, right? But there are numerous. Before I was 17, I probably done had 30, 40 different guns just from breaking into people's cars. I mean, you know, I'm a convicted felon, so I wasn't doing right. So people would keep guns in their glove boxes, breaking people's houses. We're taking 10 guns out of one house maybe, you know what I'm saying? So I can't tell you, I'm just one person, and I grew up with like 10 people that was doing the same thing, and they had multiple weapons, you feel me? So what can we do to prevent gun violence?
So the first thing I'm gonna say is, in my opinion, there's really no right or wrong answer to stop gun violence in America, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got the Protect Our Kids Act that they're trying to pass right now, if they ain't already passed it, like, and one of the act is raising the age limit from 18 to 21.
Yeah.
And honestly, in your opinion, do you think that's gonna make a difference?
I don't know how much it'll make a difference, because I did not run any numbers and statistics, and everybody that knows me, I'm good with the numbers and statistics, so I might need to look into that. But I do know from all these books, and I mean, we read books, so and that's just a handful of books that we keep our hands on. But from all the books that we read, and I actually did go to marketing. You know, I got my marketing degree, so I had to take an introduction to psychology class, and they talk about how your frontal lobe cortex, your frontal lobe right here, doesn't really finish developing till the age of 25. Which is why we were so young out here with these weapons, making bad decisions, but we didn't have
the capacity.
Yeah, to really understand, because you don't think about your actions and consequences meeting up together, right? Because it hasn't fully developed yet. I mean, like, how do you feel about that for real?
That's facts, because back in the days was actually doing stuff without learning about the consequences. And research, like it definitely came out at the age of 25, that's when it fully develops in your mind. Not for everybody, but for some people, and I, speaking from experience, it really applied to me. Because back at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, till I finally went to prison, I didn't care about consequences. I did dumb stuff, not caring about consequences. But now at the age I'm at now, which I'm at 33, consequences matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really clicked to me, like, bro, is that really worth it? Doing this, that's stupid. And it just don't really, you know what I'm saying? So, to get back to the question, for me, raising the age from 18 to 21, do I think it'll make a big difference? That's to legally buy a firearm. And being from where we from, we know for a fact, if you want a firearm, you getting you a firearm.
I mean, it's so easy to get a gun off the streets.
Overly easy to get a gun off the streets. Like, it don't take much work to get a gun off the streets. So raising the age from 18 to 21, it might look good on paper. It might look good, like, okay, we're actually trying to do something.
Which you gotta try. You have to attempt something.
You gotta try. I'm just gonna keep it real. You're not doing nothing.
Cause you can't
stop it.
There's no way. If Buddy was 18 and let me tell you from my personal experience, I'm at a party, I want to say I'm like 16. A guy that used to get bullied or picked on in school, you know, glasses, you know, he was a green bean, you feel me? He was just one of them type of dudes, right? He used to get picked on a lot for what he wore, shoes, clothes, smelled funny. You know, he just didn't hang out with the group, right? The crowd, the popular crowd, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or he just ain't fit in. He was just an oddball. I catch him at the party. So a lot of people don't know why he's here. Don't you know this man came up here and asked me to buy a weapon? You feel me? For real, bro. I ended up selling him a pistol and all, bro. It was another guy, bro. So, if you're watching this, I apologize. I was young and stupid. So, I end up getting into it with a dude that worked at Publix, right? About my homegirl. I don't know what happened really. But the dude wanted problems with me. Started saying he's a Golden Glove boxer. We kids, you feel? He's saying all this stuff. A year and a half later, he's calling my homeboy phone, wanting weapons and stuff, you feel me? But this dude, same thing. Like, this dude's an oddball. He's weird. He's not like, he doesn't run with the wrong crowd. So we took full advantage and you know, I hate saying what I did because I'm ashamed of my past, you feel me? Because what I did wasn't okay, but we ended up robbing him for his money, bro. And it just go to show that if we didn't have an issue, we probably would have just sold him a gun for real, you feel me?
So with that being said, me personally, in my personal belief, I don't feel like guns are the problem.
And these are teenagers, they're not old enough to purchase weapons, and they're reaching out purchasing weapons, you know what I'm saying?
So to me, guns is not the problem. I mean, I don't feel like a firearm is an assault, stock, unstock, little clip, big clip.
This is a psychological issue.
It's not the problem. It's us as people. That's the problem.
And we're telling you firsthand, we're convicted felons. We were out here committing crime. We were doing wrong. We weren't doing mass shootings, but we got our hands on these weapons and was still using them for wrong purposes.
Because the gun's just a gun until somebody get behind it and choose to do it. So, like, how can we stop this problem when it's man the problem? I feel like it's unstoppable.
But we could do something like, okay, when they do purchase a gun, because I know for a fact that people that do buy guns, it usually take a week for the background check, everything to clear, for them to be able to go pick up a gun, right? A registered firearm. Mm-hmm. During this week, they need maybe that whole week, every day, have to go meet someone that shows them how to use it. And that someone, whoever they have to meet to know how to use this firearm, needs at least a 2-year degree in psychology or some type of certificate in psychology where they can say, hey, they can start taking notes. And while they're training them to use a gun, they need to have a set questions where they say, hey, what you want to purchase a firearm for, and try to get in this person's head to see what's really going on. Because if someone slip and say, you know, I've been bullied my whole life, X him out or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know though, because I don't know. Because regardless, I feel like people should have a right to protect their family. You know what I'm saying?
So that raised the question.
It's hard. It's really hard to say what do we do?
What can you do? So we looking for answers from y'all as well, but that really raised a question that we really have. Should convicted felons be able to possess firearms and have firearms?
Now, before y'all say, no, so there are some states that let convicted felons get their firearm rights back, right? And they're purchasing weapons and stuff. And the rate of them purchasing their firearms and all that, the rate of them going back to prison is low. So they're letting them get their firearm. But our thing is, like, even if you don't feel like a convicted felon should be able to have a concealed weapons license, carry it wherever they go, we should have some type of permit where we could get a firearm and keep it at the house. And if we get caught with it outside the house, maybe there's consequences. But let's talk about how we have that protect our kids at Right now.
Kids. Even though it really means protect our kids, it mean for like the school shooting, protect our kids in school, but it's simple, protect our kids. We deserve to protect our kids anywhere.
Yeah,
anywhere or everywhere.
Exactly.
At home, whatever. And us being convicted felons, also Americans, we should have all our rights as well. I mean, we got convicted for the charge we got convicted of. We served our time. While we was in prison, we lost all our rights. Every right that any man had in prison, you lost them rights. I don't care what they tell y'all, your rights was fully lost. We paid our time, we paid our due. So-called got rehab in the correctional facilities, which didn't help rehab us at all. We had to rehab ourselves. You know what I'm saying? But we out here now doing everything that America is supposed to be doing. We're working hard. We're paying all our taxes like y'all paying.
We know how to
But certain rights we don't have. So we don't have the rights to protect ourselves. We don't have the right to protect our homes, our family. Should convicted felons have their rights back to have firearms? I'm on the side of, yes, we should. Okay, we got our background. We did what we did in the past. A lot of these folks who do school shootings check their backgrounds. Who do bad shooting period, check their backgrounds. They have none.
No background.
So how much of a bigger part does that play? You can't just freaking judge a man off a mistake he made in the past. Cause let's keep it real, most of us as Americans have made pretty damn big mistakes, just haven't been caught for it.
Yeah, you're right.
Just haven't been caught. I mean, that's facts. We all do stuff, we all mess up. But I do feel like we all should have the right to protect the stuff that we work hard for. To protect the family that we need to protect as men, you know what I'm saying? That's our job. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
And the thing is, like, you can't really judge a man on his past no more, because people change every single day through the experiences that they go through every single day, right? So when you see a man that's been out of his incarceration for years, and he done started a business, purchased a house, have cars, wife, kids, he's doing everything he's supposed to be doing as a American citizen supposed to be doing, right? Then when is the level that we should be able to get all of our rights restored? Because we do have the right to vote, right?
We got that back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually voted. So we do have, I know personally for a fact, in Florida, I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about other states, but in Florida, we have the right to vote.
Nice.
But if you have anything, I mean anything that can help us, because
help all of us.
we got 200 subscribers. I know it's not a huge following, but if we can help push some type of law into effect that'll slow mass shootings, because you got a great idea, drop them in the comments, man.
And that's fact.
Drop them in the comments, for real.
We can't sit here and just depend on the politicians and whatever the legislators to come up with these ideas. Now, we are people, we out here in these fields, we out here in the trenches for real. We know what's really going on. We need to be having our own ideas and pushing these ideas. You know what I'm saying? Because we really live in this.
It has to be some type of psychological effect. It has something. You have to do a psych evaluation somehow, some way. You have to do this when purchasing a gun.
Because we the people, we really live in this, and we coming from the perspective of people that came from these type of backgrounds, from the streets, who actually was into this lifestyle, living this life.
And right now, everybody's so against these assault rifles and stuff. But the way like inflation, gas prices, and rent is increasing right now, the less people gonna be able to take care of themselves. The more people that go into poverty, right,
Let's get it.
can cause a civil war. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying when majority of the people are hurt and struggling, that's usually when they start acting rebellious toward their government institution. And when this happens, I would feel more comfortable with an assault rifle in my house if a civil war broke out, to protect my family.
So, with that being said, I gotta just go here. Let's get on to some real issues, which is the inflation right now. The prices people are paying for homes right now. The prices we paying for gas, for food, and all this other stuff. Let's just keep it honest. One of the biggest causes of crime in America, period, is the fact that we need stuff.
Yeah.
Is money. So you got these people out here who could barely working their ass off, 9 to 5 non-stop, Get paid whatever they get paid, working their ass off just to look back, not to have nothing.
And where are the highest crime rates? In poverty, right? There's more crime rates in poverty. So the more people that's going to become poor and in poverty, the more problems we're going to have in America.
So let's start with the get these prices back right so we can actually afford to live comfortably.
Because these gases,
It's killing people.
that's a business.
It's killing us.
So let's start there. Drop that gas price.
That's killing us.
Then we need to work on this food. Because people need to eat. What you were just saying about investing on feeding the kid.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people got to make this choice. Can I invest these dollars into making more money, or I got to use the same couple dollars I got left over to feed my child? It's a simple solution. I got to feed my child. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
But to me, we need to start with that. Let's start with these inflation prices and all these prices to slow down gun violence, to slow down crime, because these prices would drive the same man to become insane. If you go up in the prison system right now and ask probably 90% of people in prison what you in prison for, I was just trying to make it, bro. I ain't had no money, bro.
Trying to get some.
So now when the average person who working their whole life ain't average no more because they ain't got the money to afford nothing, they working so hard, but I ain't got nothing, that kind of push people to the side of crime. Like, man, I need more.
And you're adding problems on top of problems. So you got these guys out here that been bullied or whatever they went through in school.
Even worse now.
Then you got inflation, taxes going up like crazy, and rent going like crazy, so they can't provide for themselves. So what happens? They fold under pressure.
So what's some
they break down.
What's some of the main reasons these kids get bullied in school?
I'm gonna tell you.
What you think? What you think?
When I was in middle school, I didn't know anything about clothes yet till I got to middle school, right? And then when people was like, "Dang, you got that from Kmart," I ain't know nothing about that. You feel me? So when I started realizing I wanted better shoes, I wanted better clothes, I want this, but it was expensive for this type of stuff.
So a lot of kids get bullied for the way they look,
Yeah.
the clothes they wear, the book bag they got, the jewelry, whatever, what kind of phone they got, and whatever. But as a parent, if I can't afford to buy my kid no better, what can that parent do? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's some things we just can't stop. When it comes to the human, we just can't stop every human and tell them, no, you need to be a good human and don't bully.
Cause this guy that was in Texas shot his grandmama first.
Terrible. So what we can do, I feel like we can do, a problem that we can solve is come back down to the prices. So maybe these parents can afford their kids. Not trying to make an excuse for anybody, because bullying is dead wrong, and I'm totally against bullying and all that there.
100%.
I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I bully the bully. That's what I'm on. You feel me?
Yeah.
But at the same time, we need to do something that we can do right now, which is drop prices. Get the prices back right, so maybe these families can afford more and not just everything they got is going to a bill or going to food. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, clothes ain't everything, but kids gonna be kids. And that's just the way of the world. It's been going on for a long time. So we gotta get to a solution of physical problem that we can actually solve, which is these prices, bro. Inflation, that's killing everything right now.
I know, I've been out 2.5 years. So I'm a vegan, right? I'm on a strict diet. Mm-hmm. I literally buy the same thing for the past 2.5 years, right? The same thing. When I first got out, I was spending $170 on groceries. I'm spending $250 on the same groceries I've been buying the past 2 years.
Facts, bro. Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely facts.
And if you got the same job, making the same money, that's crazy, because how do you expect me to put up money, save money, invest money to get out of a bad situation?